But our top focus this evening, India and the United Kingdom have just signed a free trade agreement today on a day when the Prime Minister a short while ago has also met King Charles. The big story coming in there from the United Kingdom, those pictures came earlier today. The Prime Minister raising Khalistani extremism in his talks with his UK counterpart. Prime Minister Modi says India and the United Kingdom will work on bringing back economic offenders. Prime Minister Starmer of Great Britain has called it the biggest trade deal since Brexit. Remember, as I said, the Prime Minister has met King Charles also a short while ago. Listen in to what the two leaders said while inking that agreement.
स्टार्मर के गर्मजोशी भरे स्वागत सत्कार के लिए हार्दिक आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। आज हमारे संबंधों में एक ऐतिहासिक दिवस है। मुझे प्रसन्नता है कि कई वर्षों की मेहनत के बाद आज दोनों देशों के बीच कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव इकोनॉमिक एंड ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट संपन्न हुआ है। हम इस बात पर भी सहमत हैं कि एक्सट्रीमिस्ट विचारधारा वाली शक्तियों को डेमोक्रेटिक फ्रीडम का दुरुपयोग नहीं करने दिया जा सकता। Those who misuse democratic freedoms to undermine democracy itself must be held account.
And we both know this is the biggest and most economically significant trade deal that the UK has made since leaving the EU. And I think I can say that it's one of the most comprehensive deals that India has ever done. So thank you, Prime Minister, for your leadership and for your pragmatism. And I'd like to thank everybody who's worked so hard to get this deal over the line.
Okay, let's go across to Lavina Tandan, who is tracking the story for us in London. Also from Business Today, Karishma Asudani joins us. But Lavina, to you first. You've also spoken to Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri. India, presumably, is seeing this as a major step forward. But there was a discordant note when the Prime Minister spoke, particularly on the Khalistani issue, raised the issue of how Khalistanis are operating, he believes, in the United Kingdom and haven't been acted against. What was said specifically on the Khalistani issue?
Rajdeep, can I start by saying that though everyone is saying that this is the biggest deal, which it is, but the story really lies between the swing and the miss and the straight bat. You would know the straight bat. And that's where, for me, the story lies. And I will bring the Khalistani issue right now onto it. He did raise it. And at a point when the two countries are resetting their relationship to strengthen it further, these two matters became quite consequential. And he talked about it in the press conference, and the Foreign Secretary spoke about it when I asked him about what the reaction was of the Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, on the two matters. He, of course, didn't. He said the only key word that I picked was cooperation. So cooperation on the Khalistan matter and the people who are taking democratic.
Okay, there was Lavina Tandan there joining us from London. We're having some problem with the audio. Karishma Asudani, take it forward. You're with Business Today. Give us a sense as to why this trade deal is seen as so historic, Karishma.
Well, Rajdeep, both of them have called it a landmark deal, the leaders of both the economies. And while we are talking about how the trade is going to double and it's going to boost by close to $32 billion per year, we're missing a very important point, and this is about the role India is going to play in the global supply chain. For years, we've been talking about China plus one policy, and I think this is the time where India can cash on it, because with UK is its first mega and huge huge FTA where India gets this chance to enter towards the West, also close to the countries that are located in the EU. This is the point where India could rise out of the APAC region, and it could turn out to be a hub that is of importance, not only giving access for British exports to come into India at a cheaper price, be it whiskey or scotch or British-made EVs, or the Indian exports which are across textiles, automobiles, agriculture. Let's also not forget that the Indian government has been careful in preserving its sensitive sectors, which has also, of course, been a point of contention with the US. That is the sector of dairy, which has not been negotiated with the UK, and that is why they've also been not able to come with a positive, optimistic conclusion when it comes to the US, because looks like Prime Minister Modi and Minister Goyal, they're very clear that they're not going to let labor-intensive sectors and key sensitive sectors of India go away at a price to pay.
Karishma, to understand, therefore, what you're saying is you will have UK whiskies, chocolates, a lot of the retail goods that come in from the UK. Marks and Spencer, for example, is setting up more and more outlets in this country. They get the benefits. On the other hand, as far as India is concerned, an opportunity perhaps to compete with the likes of Bangladesh and other countries which have made strides in the UK market, particularly in textiles. So is it being seen as a win-win deal in that sense, or who gets the advantage here?
No, it is definitely a two-way win-win deal, because you see the tariff cut has come in between close to 90 to 99%. You did mention about Bangladesh and Cambodia, and this is where I want to bring in the point of textiles. Bangladesh and Cambodia have been two countries who've been exporting maximum to UK at a price lesser than what we have been doing. But with this FTA crossing, we do get a first mover advantage to take over that. And not just in supplying our products to the UK, but we could become a hub. We could become a transshipment hub for other APAC countries to use us as the hub to move to UK and to access UK market better.
Right. Karishma Asudani, for giving us a sense as to why this deal could well be a win-win for both the countries. Thank you very much for joining us.